Hey, everybody, just a quick update for you. The Roundtable of Gentlemen is now brought to you by Audible.com.
Go to audibletrial.com/roundtable for your 30-day free trial.
Hell yeah, let's kick this pig, you fuckers!
The Roundtable.
Gentlemen,
Aye.
let's broaden our minds.
Lay on, gentlemen, and let them know what's what. Fire at will.
It's time for action, gentlemen.
Gentlemen of the Roundtable.
What's the topic of discussion?
Civility, gentlemen. Always civility.
Conversation that's happening.
Are they listening? Yeah. Oh, Matters, hey.
Oh, my God. Good.
My Xbox gamer tag is SlugPuddle84.
Oh my god.
Slug Puddle?
SlugPuddle84. They give you like an automatic gamer tag, but it just works so well.
I know.
I'll just keep it.
I decided to dress like an actual black person.
Is it because of the march?
Saturday's march. Eddie went to it. We'll talk about
I
it.
marched. It was fun. Did you march, Kevin?
Nah, I didn't march, man.
But you have all the red on.
Yeah, I got the red.
You're dressed like a black man.
Yeah,
Like a blood.
Well, yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it's
also
gang-related
actually, it's
colors.
red and blue. I didn't even think about that shit.
Yeah,
this is
very-
fucked up.
Breaking barriers.
You're bringing people together.
I
That's what
gotta
it's all
keep this
about.
coat, that black coat that I got, tightly wrapped when I get back to my neighborhood.
It's got tacos on it, so you're going to be mixing with the
Yeah.
Mexican mafia, too.
There's so many things.
It's all bad.
If a blood or a crip does try to shoot you, their gun is definitely going to jam because you've nullified all of their looks, all their colors.
There's a lot of them in my neighborhood, man.
Oh, yeah?
I had a dream last night that I was stabbed to death. Maybe that was a premonition.
Jesus, I hope not.
Don't
Your
say
last
it.
words are going to be, no, I'm a comedian.
Oh, God.
didn't
I have
march.
to pray?
Yeah, Ben has
All
to
right,
pray.
dear Lord Jesus, I'm praying to Jesus or whoever. I want to say two things. Number one, don't let Kevin get stabbed to death. I'm going to pray for Kevin's life. And number two, I got a bad case of foot problem here. I got smelly feet, so I want me to be cured. That's my Christmas gift that I'm asking for. Amen. All right, welcome to the Roundtable of Gentlemen, everybody.
I agree with everything about Ben's prayer.
That was a really nice prayer.
It was nice. I want Kevin to stay alive, and I want me to have feet that I can,
You know what was
take
nice
my
about
shoes
that?
off in places that are classy.
You wanted for Kevin first and then Ben.
That's why I was hoping
That
God
makes
would.
you. That makes you.
Yeah,
Well,
look
it's
at
like
you.
it's like all the. It's
like
always.
the beginning of A Christmas Carol.
It's like
Did you get
every-
visited by 3 ghosts last night.
I farted 3 times. It's like every pitch meeting where you go in. Your first idea is like, I kind of want that, but your second one is really the thing that
See,
you
now
need.
you're making it bad and mean.
Right. That's right.
You know, I'm realizing Ed would definitely be the ghost of Christmas Present
Totally.
if, we were living in a Christmas
You're a
Carol
little
world.
absent-minded spirit. No, I'm a large absent-minded spirit.
You know what's fucked up? I was recently in a Christmas Carol remake, and I wasn't cast as that. I look just like the guy.
Yeah, you are the guy.
Just Bob Cratchit?
No.
yeah.
He kept eating all the fruits and stuff that
Yeah,
they
I love
put
it.
on the
He's a
set.
partier.
Eddie's beard was cast as Bob Cratchit's pubic hair. Which is kind of a fun thing.
'Cause he couldn't afford
it was for
scissors to cut it.
trauma. It was for
Yeah,
trauma.
Jackie
I was the
was in it.
Toxic
You were in it.
Avenger.
You were. You
He
actually
was
were.
present.
I was Toxic Avenger present. It was amazing to be that
Yeah,
character.
I was the coworker from the Marley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marley.
Well, before we get into Marcus's news stories here, and what are you snickering about? I don't like these people listening live.
No. I just got a comment from Henry Zebrowski, actually.
What did he say? Henry, what did he say?
He said Ben's prayer was disgusting. What is happening?
Henry is just talking about the barbecue sauce dripping from his beard right now. That's the only disgusting thing happening. At
Henry
this
should go
point in
out,
time.
meet some people. get
Henry
some
has
friends.
no ability to be a person.
You're a movie star.
He's got all his money, all
you're
his
just sitting in your
notoriety.
hotel room and
He's
you're-
on the fucking internet listening to us talk.
So sad.
Talk about a fucking goon.
Mr. Zebrowski,
Henry was a goon.
how has your life changed since you were one of the stars of Martin Scorsese's Wolf of Wall Street? Well, I listen to my friends from afar now.
Fart noise.
Fart noise.
Fart noise, idiot. Henry, that's an idiot.
How's all that cheese you're sitting on, idiot?
Leave him alone with the cheese. Everyone's got to have a fun cheese chair.
He said, I ate barbecue today sitting on a pile of cash.
I love it. Well, you should spend the cash.
Yeah.
He literally doesn't understand how commerce works. So he's like, I got all the money, so I build a house with it, right? And you have to buy bricks with it. and then you build a brick house.
You sound like a little pig.
Ooh, hello.
One of the 3 little pigs. We haven't introduced ourselves.
Right. Marcus is
We
pointing
almost
around.
forgot,
But that's
yeah.
okay. Jackie Zebrowski.
No, she says it. You say it at the end.
All right.
Hi, I'm Jackie Zebrowski.
Hello, Jackie.
I have a low-cut shirt on today because I had to buy a Christmas tree from the creeps that sell Christmas trees on my corner.
How much was it?
We got them down to $45 and a beer.
With tits like that?
Yeah, and it was me and my female roommate, and we went out there, and this is the guy you walk by with beer, and he's like, "Hey, give me a beer, give me a beer. I'll fuck you. I'll fuck you."
So you bought a Christmas tree from him?
It's so close.
Christmas is so
That's
dirty.
wild.
$45, 6-foot tree. I'm feeling great.
6-foot tree?
These people
Yeah.
selling the Christmas
Is that
trees.
good?
That's great.
It is.
A
Is that a
6-foot
good
tree.
price?
Totally.
He started at
good.
65.
And
I'm
a beer?
surprised Jackie didn't get charged $90 with the shirt she's wearing.
I have a low-cut shirt on.
Did
I
Lisa
know.
wear a low-cut shirt, too?
No, she put lipstick on.
Oh, okay. That's nice. That's
Lisa's
good for
very
her.
That
attractive.
shirt needs a modesty bib.
Yeah, I need a lock on these breasts.
I love your boobs.
I'm Ed Larson. How you doing? What's going on?
Eddie, you were at the march on Saturday. You look great. You've lost some weight. The
had
Eric
a great
Gardner
time.
march. The
I don't
I
think he
can't
lost
hashtag I can't breathe.
I was going to say, yeah, you're not
hashtag
supposed
Black
to say
Lives
it, but it
Matter.
was like a lot of fun.
You had a great time at it, and you got your cardio in.
I walked a shit ton of blocks.
How many blocks?
5 miles. I don't know.
5 miles.
5 miles. Yeah,
God
long
damn.
as it was from Washington Square up to Herald Square
That's 50
down to
blocks.
City Hall.
Wow.
Right, 10 blocks is a mile?
I don't know.
I think so.
It was a shit long walk, man. And you know what was fun about screaming in the street? You can you see the street from the middle. You know, like you get to walk down like the yellow line.
Yeah,
and see
that's
it,
fun.
It just scream in the air. And it's
Yeah.
like, when are you gonna get to do this again?
And I think, it was a very interesting week. Obviously, Holden, you're here. Do you want to do your hoe before we get into this?
Can I?
Of course.
No,
You just asked permission?
And you said yes.
What kind of piece of shit are you?
People like the
Shove it up your nose. Interesting casting news about Henry. Peter Jackson just cast him in the new Lord of the Rings movie as one of the Hobbit's houses.
I thought he was going to be the ring.
He's all covered in leaves and shit.
I thought Henry was just going to be the ring.
He has no lines because they're afraid if he speaks, he'll accidentally eat one of them.
Yeah, and he's fucking empty inside.
Yeah, drown in your money, you bitches whore.
There is nothing better than hanging out in Long Island City for the past nearly 5 years, doing this podcast every Sunday as you watch your friend go out there and make a big star out of himself, but isn't that fun to make fun of him?
It's all we've got.
It's all we've got.
we have.
Henry, come back. No, I'm just kidding. That's very funny. He's the house where all
He's
the
the
hobbits
house
live
where
in.
they live in.
Yeah, that's
I have to
funny.
say, I legitimately thought I saw Henry at the bar just a few minutes ago, and I found out it wasn't him, and I got really, really sad.
Well, no, you
So-
should have known it wasn't him. A house can't move like that.
You fucker! You
House got you again, you fucker.
A house can't fit in a bar.
You hear that, fuck nigga?
You were just looking at one of the pinball machines, very wide in girth, of course.
Henry says, that is funny. That is really funny. Really funny stuff. Podcast is going well so far.
Very good. All right. And
Oh,
Kev-
yeah, Kevin Barnett, a.k.a. Bird Luger. Oh, I'm about to, tonight, first time ever, I'm going to buy some weed, marijuana.
No way.
Buying it, man.
Is that why you're dressed like a gang member?
Exactly.
Is it because of your girlfriend?
I'm trying to live a better life in the eyes of God.
That's great,
why.
man.
Whoa.
Oh, congratulations. Where you getting it from? Who is the guy?
Is it a
Tell
good? Is
everybody.
it Brett?
Yeah, who's the guy and who's his guy? He's a Who's really his guy? nice guy, man. Yeah, we're friends, I got his phone number. Yeah.
You guys are Google chat friends and stuff like that?
Have you been anxious?
Wow.
Is that why you're buying it?
No. Check this out, man. I read this article. I got sleep apnea. Bad. And so I read this article a while back about how if you smoke, if you get high a lot, it can lower your sleep apnea. And apparently, that shit works. I'm getting
great.
really high before going to sleep, and I just have not been snoring or anything.
Sleep. Okay, right. Yeah. Sleep apnea is when you your breathing gets cut off.
Stop.
You snoring crazy, and then your breathing gets cut off, and you
You
stop
could
breathing
die,
and sleep.
actually.
You could die.
If you sleep improperly.
Hey, but I ain't scared, man. I'm from the streets. That's what I'm saying. That's why I wear these
Well, you're from the
colors.
farmlands. You used
I am from
to
the
subscribe
farmlands,
to
man.
Horse Illustrated.
Horse Illustrated. and all that. It's not a lot of land.
You're gonna get one of those.
I grew
We're all kind of farm kids
I
at
grew
heart.
corn and carrots.
Yeah.
You're gonna get one of those masks.
No, man, fuck
gotta
that. That's
wear
why.
that,
That's
like-
why I'm smoking all the weed.
Yeah.
Because the masks are so uncomfortable and stupid.
It's not
Like, there's no way
jet
I'm gonna wear
pilot.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. So you marched on Saturday, Eddie.
I did.
And the weirdest thing, New York, it was the strangest weekend. SantaCon
SantaCon.
was occurring the same day as an unbelievably important march for civil liberties against police brutality.
On Saturday.
I guarantee you more Santas got arrested than protesters.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm sure of
Me
it.
and Cena were marching together, and we yelled at every Santa Claus we saw.
That's great.
We were just like, "You suck, Santa Claus! Fuck you! Fuck you!" And everyone loved it. Like,
If you have the audacity,
hates it.
the audacity to dress up like a jackass drunk Santa Claus and go ruin our establishments and litter our streets on the same day that the Eric Gardner protest, or not even the Eric Gardner protest, but a protest about a larger issue about police brutality in general, and you're dressed like a jackassy Santa.
My God.
Go fuck yourself.
There's one black guy dressed as Santa Claus, and he was
He
just
must have
like,
felt. Was
like,
it Clarence Thomas?
It's just like,
I mean,
open
that's
a
insane.
newspaper, man.
It's over for him, man.
He must have been fucking a very attractive
gonna
white
say,
chick,
man,
and that's the only thing that's acceptable for that dude.
I would have fucking marched, but there wasn't any marches going on protesting fucking SantaCon this fucking last Saturday,
Oh man, I tell you, that's what it became. The cops would have, if Santas would have got beaten up by all the protesters, no one would have done it.
If there was a march,
definitely not.
If there was a march against SantaCon, I would have fucking been there, man, in a heartbeat.
I had one of
still
my
think-
whiter experiences I've ever had. I was in the parade, or in the parade.
The parade.
That's the second whitest experience.
Come on,
It's a
man.
parade.
Look at this.
It was the Eric Gardner parade. You
Dressed
remember
like
that?
an angel?
Yeah.
They were like pig floats. and
Ryan
shit.
Seacrest was there. He was hosting the event. The guy,
A lot of balloons.
yeah,
Rage
yeah.
Against the Machine performed.
Oh,
on the
it was
float.
so
Idina
fun.
Menzel was there.
Yeah, the Dick Clark. He gave the countdown with his
he's
little.
dead.
He's dead.
He's dead. All right. No, but I had to go to the Sprint store, which is on 5th Avenue. And it was on 18th Street. So I was in the protest for the 8 streets that it took me to get to the Sprint store. And then I bowed out. But I was loud while I was in it. So that was my white experience with the event.
Man, it's just so much fun to yell like that.
Yeah. It looked like everyone was having a very nice
seemed
time.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I mean, did anyone die? Did anything?
I think it was just totally cool.
Seemed pretty successful.
Apparently at the end,
SantaCon, though, I bet.
yeah,
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I'm just saying the combination of the two events. I
SantaCon,
figured
I think
somebody had to die.
it
on
dropped
Saturday.
off, and then by the end, you started seeing them in the march, all the Santas.
Yeah, I
Oh,
saw
bro.
some
A lot of
pictures.
Santas joined.
Saw some pictures,
Which
of
is
marching
kind of
Santas.
aggravating.
Yeah, a little
No,
bit.
it's like, no,
They
you're
were-
just drunk.
They were guilt ridden, man. They were
Yeah.
just broken.
showed
Everybody's yelling
up.
at them all the
Yeah.
time.
They decided to
Going
believe
up.
in something.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
fucking throw him down and drag him 20 blocks.
Oh.
Jesus, Eddie, that's what they're
sucks.
We're protesting physical abuse.
When I
by
see a
people in
man
power.
wearing a red suit, I shoot.
Yeah. If the cops were killing Santa,
Barnett is wearing red right now.
There would
I
be
had a
marches.
dream about getting shot last night.
He's got a
And you
red
said
hat
that
on.
shit.
He's got a red jacket on. He's got red fucking shoes
right.
on.
Didn't
Sorry
even
about
think
that.
about it, man.
Oh, man.
Don't look at him, Eddie. Please don't look at him.
Don't kill Kevin,
Not
Ed.
tonight, man.
Kevin's all right. Kevin's on the good list.
Man, I've been fucking.
Oh,
snoring
are you
lately,
saying
man.
Kevin's one of the good ones?
He said he's
The
like,
Santa Clauses,
Oh,
yes.
the Santa Clauses.
I actually got called one of the good ones from a black dude at a deli the other day, and I felt very happy about it.
You know what? I would take it as a compliment.
Oh, it was great.
What brought on the compliment?
Courtesy, just like being a
nice.
normal, nice, huge. I'm a huge dude, so people are just
Right.
like, he's got to eat me, and then I'm just like, excuse me, and they're like, you're one of the good ones. So that's all it takes for me.
Being
Excuse
good,
me.
being big's good, man.
You have to be polite when you're
Love it.
big because, yeah, you can't just go clubbing around. You can't club everyone that's in your way. It's not the Viking era anymore, so we've adapted personal traits that
Doesn't
make
that
us
frustrate you?
likable.
You would have been considered a god, and
I would have been
another
murdered
time, in
immediately.
No, yeah,
I
you
would
would have been a
strung up
gladiator.
and quartered. Yeah, they
I
would
would
have
have been a
killed me.
Tsarina, though.
Oh, you would have been one of the
Man.
best princesses around,
I would have
Jackie.
just been like fat, so pasty white. And
Yeah.
be like, give her all of it. Give her a kid that doesn't stop bleeding.
I think I would have been drunk till dead.
I would have been.
You mean like now?
I'd have been a czar's fluffer
Yeah.
right before he goes into the whores.
Yeah.
fluff them up. I'd have been that guy.
Oh God, I feel like you're whatever the fucking dinosaur is that kills Newman in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, the
Dilophosaurus.
Hey, little guy. Oh, that's nice.
So gross.
You didn't say the magic words.
Spit that fucking horrible goo.
Man, that's the best part of the Jurassic Park ride. They have those guys that shoot water at you randomly, and it's like, you motherfucker, you fucker.
No, I can't do that anymore. My parents got the doctor to remove my second throat. So that was the one that shot the goo out because they were sick of, my mom was sick of breastfeeding me and having a bunch of fucking just goo
ruining
slime.
dinner.
Right, dripping down your mother's breast there.
Yeah.
All right, Marcus.
Secret of the Ooze.
Well, that's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sequel there. All right, Marcus, we have some news stories.
Well, when you play video games with sick kids in a hospital, you're supposed to let the kids win, but Dallas Cowboys star Orlando Skandrick must have missed that memo. The quarterback was so competitive during his visit to a children's hospital that he used every trick in the book to beat some poor child at the Madden NFL game, according to teammate Justin Durant. Justin Durant, here's a couple of tweets from Justin Durant.
That's so
quote,
funny.
It's the best. This is one of my favorite stories I've ever heard.
The first tweet, Skandrick played a kid in Madden at Children's Hospital and hit him with a surprise onside.
I mean, the surprise onside is cancer. That was God being like, onside kick, it's cancer. And then this jackass goes in.
Oh my God.
Like Sean Payton for the New Orleans Saints. Like Sean Payton did for the New Orleans Saints to win the Super Bowl a couple years back. I love it.
And Justin Durant's second tweet, he was winning and he's going for 2.
Man,
amazing.
That's
At
great.
least this guy's teaching them a real life lesson.
Yeah, he's a
before
hero.
they kick it, man.
Yeah. You're gonna get beat. You're gonna get beat, and then you're gonna die. That's the Dallas Cowboy way.
Yeah, let's go win. I mean, the kid should have gone in there with a little bit more of an intense attitude and tried to win the game.
But also,
maybe.
if he didn't win, he wouldn't the kid wouldn't believe in their prowess of football anymore, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
wanna
You
play
have to
against
make
the
them
best.
believe.
How would you, now you guys, Holden and Kevin, you guys are video game nuts. I watched a 30 for 30 about Boston College, the point shaving scandal, very interesting. How would you even lose at a video game? How do you purposely lose? Can you throw a fight? Kevin, you go into one of these hospitals, these kids want you to win. I mean, the kid wants to win, but you want to obviously win, but the kid's got cancer. He's wearing one of those caps, he's all bald. How do you lose?
The kid's got to learn that, honestly, cancer is a distraction. Right. And if he wants to get ahead in life, he's going to have to figure out how to get rid of it or stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
These are the lessons that we're teaching these kids.
And Skandrick talks to ESPN about this. God, there's so many quotes. He said, nothing's going to be given to you, so I don't think I should have given him anything. I made him better, if anything.
I agree.
No, exactly.
I wasn't teaching any lessons, but when you play a competitive game, you've got to expect to be competitive.
Yeah.
Kevin, your thoughts on that?
That's 100% correct.
What a maniac! I love him.
He continues. He said, if they didn't want you to go for 2 and a kick onside kicks, it wouldn't be in the game.
You want to turn them off? They're the option. You turn them off. We're playing the real boys
everything
game.
he said. I think it's
It's fantastic.
great.
I love this guy.
So what? How'd you do it?
I mean, it is a little bit like if they didn't want me to drive drunk, why would they put cup holders in the car? I mean, it's a little bit like, okay. I mean,
if you throw the game, the kid's going to know.
He's going to know.
Yeah.
And it's going to make him sad.
or very happy. The kid is dying, right?
Man, nah. If he's happy, he's a fucking idiot.
He's a child dealing with a life-crippling disease.
No, but that's the problem, man. He's teaching him. If you can't beat Madden, you can't beat cancer. That's an obvious lesson.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
And guess what? You lost at Madden.
Oh, my God.
And he continues his defense. He says, sometimes you might be playing an intense Madden game and you might have to steal a possession. Sometimes you might not be able to stop the other team, or it might be hard for you to score points. So I had to see if I still have my onside onside kick. I wanted to see if my 2-point plays were good enough in a heated game. You got to try them sometime.
So he used this guy as practice for
What
when
was
he
the
had his...
final
He
score?
said, you don't have a practice for Madden, so you got to practice when you get up.
Oh my God, that's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
I love this guy.
Do we know the diseases of the children that he played? Do we
cancer.
know what... Was it all cancer kids?
I mean, it's children. If they're at a children's hospital, I'm sure there's some burn victims there. I'm sure there's definitely some... It's just a catch-all for children's diseases.
That's good. You know, it's the holiday season. You know, he gets in there. It's like he's not Santa Claus.
Whatever, he fucking went, he went and he showed up. He had it, he talked to him, but he beat him at Madden.
I think it's a
how
little
much
bit
does
worse.
this man have to give?
I might say it's slightly worse than what Aaron Hernandez did. Who only killed 3 people. At least he never beat a cancer kid at Madden.
You don't know that.
Well, we don't know that.
I'm going to say this about competitive video. I wouldn't play Madden. I'm not like a sports dude with video games, but I would play Street Fighter. And I have never thrown a game of Street Fighter.
You can't.
Never. And if I went, I won't be Ryu this time. I'll be some dude I'm like shitty at. Kid would get pissed. He would.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that shit to Street Fighter. I'm the same way.
But fighting Holden in Street Fighter is so aggravating.
Don't invite me to your hospital. That's what we're playing.
I know. I don't invite you to my house. I know that much.
You're fighting and Holden in Street Fighter is aggravating until you fucking beat him.
Yeah.
Because me and Holden are pretty evenly matched.
Yeah.
I'm a Balrog guy.
Yeah, you fucking earned that shit.
Fuck yeah, man.
Balrog?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Balrog.
I am
He's good as shit with Balrog.
Sucks.
Dude, I am fucking...
All of y'all say Balrog, man. I say Balrog. Who's right?
That's a great question. I mean, none of you are because you guys are playing a bunch of bullshit.
Oh, no,
but
you're
Kevin, you were saying.
Well, no, I'm the same way as Holden. I don't really play any sports games. Street Fighter is religious, all right? And I know this dude, Wes, in college, was so crazy about Street Fighter. The guy literally kept a joystick in the trunk of his car everywhere he went, just in case there was some Street Fighter going on.
It sounds like you put it up his
going
ass.
to school, going to parties, all this shit.
Was this guy written by John Hughes? This seems like a Breakfast Club character to me.
He's in the Marines right now. You know what? He's crushing that shit. He's not letting nobody win. Yeah. That if this guy who keeps a fucking joystick in his trunk of his car had to go play some fucking sick kid, you think he'd let him win because he's dying? No. It's ridiculous.
Nah, the kid can learn battle after battle and maybe get to the point where they get a tie.
Right.
And that's just the way it goes.
And Henry says he should have organized an actual football game and started crushing some cancer pelvis.
Oh my God, a talking house!
Holy Lord. That's great.
Across the country!
That's great. Of course, that was a reference to what Holden said earlier about how Henry is the house for hobbits.
Everyone's listening.
Yeah. What's that?
It's nothing.
I'm just trying to validate the words there.
right,
Henry is
Cablenet
the size
sweater.
of a house who can house hobbits. So you agree, everyone agrees that this man taught these cancer kids a lesson that they weren't already taught when they got diagnosed with a life-ending
isn't fair.
disease.
Yeah, it's not fair.
They've already learned that.
Yes.
Yeah, and you know what? He could have defended against some fucking onside kick. He should have, he could have thought out.
Yeah, go to the onside kick defense.
At least we
Get
know
your
he's
hands
not a
team out
cheater.
there.
Yeah.
You know, if
He didn't throw the match.
Yeah, he's never going to throw a football game. We
And
know
hey,
that.
the Cowboys are 9-4 this year.
That's right.
So
Is
look
that
at that.
good?
And they're 9-4,
Fine.
9-4 for a reason.
They'll lose in the playoffs.
If every single team that the Cowboys
They lost
played
40.
was full of people that had cancer, they would dominate. They would do
Because
great.
if you hit into them, they'll just be like, "Oh no, I'm sorry, I don't want to play the game anymore."
Yeah, with the chemotherapy.
We're also
and
talking
everything.
about a football player coming to visit kids. He's competitive in his nature.
Sure, he's an athlete. Yeah, they're very
you
competitive.
want you don't want to lose a game. Get fucking Taylor Swift or some shit.
And this guy is known for being competitive.
Yeah.
Everyone's especially competitive. Like even by NFL standards, he's known as being competitive.
It seems like Michael Jordan would do the exact same
Yes,
thing.
I was about to
Michael
say.
Jordan would not let anybody win. Carmelo Anthony would try to beat him, but he would lose. And that's the difference between Carmelo Anthony and Michael Jordan. So anyway, so the kids are fine. I mean,
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
Never
I'm
gonna be
trying to
fine.
find an
They're not
outcome
fine.
for the story, but the guy,
They're going to die. They got beat by the NFL player.
But
And the Cowboys are doing
the
good.
Cowboys are doing good. There we go. So the Cowboys are doing well. So that's one.
That's what I gotta do in 2015, man. I gotta go to the doc and fucking see what my lumps mean. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Is he gonna like
getting
read them
freaked-
like Braille?
Yeah, exactly. This says "fuck you, doctor." It's like I think you have
grow
cancer.
it out like just let me show you.
You
There
grow
needs
it
to
out
be a whole-
like you're choosing to grow lumps.
I need like a team of doctors to check my lumps and tell me whether they have fucking evil in them or
They
not. You know?
do.
No,
you don't need a team of
pay me
doctors.
There
$200
aren't
I'll
enough
check 'em.
gloves on the planet.
It'll
I
be a
need to
heavy
get them all
glove job.
checked, man. What's in the ball? How do you check your balls for fucking?
You
shit?
just squeeze on.
Yeah,
them.
you sit on them a bunch.
Yeah, no, your lumps definitely need to be checked.
I
And
put a little feather duster and kind of went, you know, but
Yeah,
that just
do
made me
one of them.
giggle.
I feel like the doctor's going to pull out one of those fertilized egg birds, like those birds that are fertilized, but they're still in the egg and people eat them. Your
Yeah.
lumps have hair and bone
In
structure.
Vietnam, yeah, that's
Yeah.
a street meat in Vietnam.
Kind of
I
interesting.
heard Vietnam never even happened, man.
What?
Yeah, I heard it's just a big fucking lie.
Is this from the protest?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who were you
different.
talking to? Scruffy the fucking, yeah.
Scruffy the vet.
Yeah.
So he fought in Vietnam and he still thinks Vietnam.
No,
did
no,
that.
he helps animals.
Oh.
Well, he's a great vet, and I hope he lets those animals win at video games. All right, so the Cowboys are doing great, so that's a feel-good story.
All right.
So, Marcus, what's the next one?
A man clutching a Bible jumped to his death in South Africa after being encouraged by bystanders. Eyewitness News reported that the incident happened late Thursday on the corner of Bree and Simmons streets in central Johannesburg. According to witnesses, the man climbed out of the fifth-floor window and started reciting Bible verses. Times Live reported that onlookers started chanting, "Jump! Jump! Jump!" just before the man jumped to his death.
I'm all for it. My pet peeve is failed suicide attempts.
Yeah?
If you're gonna do it. Don't go on the goddamn ledge. Have our fire department, have our police tie it up, have the taxpayer dollars come and take you down. If you're gonna jump, jump. Get done with it.
He jumped.
I don't
He
think,
should
was
have.
he not planning on jumping and then they all like hated his readings that they made him jump?
I think he was planning on jumping, but decided to do a little bit of
Everyone must
proselytizing
have
on the way
fucking
out.
hated this guy.
Maybe he was like, you know those guys, those street corner preachers that have big PA systems. Everyone
Everyone's like,
fucking hates
finally,
them.
yes, today's the day.
He's jumping.
I just feel like with these last two news stories, like maybe the world is starting to become like what we want it to be.
In a weird way, I agree with you. You're going on the ledge reading the Bible, jump off it. You schmuck.
Have you guys seen It's a Wonderful Life? What
about it? What's going on with you, Jackie? What the fuck happened? You keep acting like this. We're gonna kick you off the show.
It's just the Christmas spirit. I'm trying to have a little bit of positivity.
But think about the Christmas spirit in this way. What he gave these people was the gift of splat. They saw this man fall. That made so many people's day.
You're
so
right.
many people's
Fuck
week.
them. Jump. If any of you guys were on a ledge, I'd say jump.
Thank you, Jackie.
If I was on the ledge, you know what I'd go to the ledge to do? Jump.
Yeah.
You
Because I
wouldn't
have a
wait.
purpose for my action.
I just walk off.
Walk
That's
off.
what I
Just
hate
walk
about-
Walk off. Don't even give anyone a chance to stop you.
Let you
Just
fall.
like, oh, hey, guys, I'll see you later. Have a good day.
I've thought about jumping off of buildings a lot, man.
Oh, man. The second story, just like, fuck it, I'll just sleep down.
Oh, but like how many? No, I'm talking about like dying.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Oh,
just
yeah,
like,
man.
how many flips could you do? Spins, fucking cool ass roundhouse kicks, all that shit, dude. If you can jump up and you fucking doing like a crazy like 3,200 degree spin, but the entire time you're dropping money. I'm talking about change. How cool would that shit look?
See, I just want to drop and just chew it on a big hoagie.
that'd be great.
Just gnawing on a big sandwich, just loving it until
or a
the
hot
end.
dog.
I remember when they made a trailer, I think it was for one of the Ninja Gaidens, or maybe it might have been Tenchu, when back in PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
And it's a ninja
I know
game.
what he's saying.
And there was a thing where he jumped off of a skyscraper, but he was not trying to die. And he stuck his sword in the building, and as he was falling, the sword is slowing down his fall so that he wouldn't die. But then the building like fucking split in half.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking,
Cool. That's amazing. Yeah.
I could jump off this building, stick my sword that of course I'm going to have. I'm going to die. I'm going to have a sword. Oh, yeah. And see, I know the building's not going to split in half, but see if it fucking works, man. And if it doesn't, hey, it was worth a try.
Yeah, I have no doubt that you're going to die with a sword in your hand.
And it'll have a dragon's head on the hilt. That's the most important
If you were
part.
falling down the side of a building, the sad irony is the cops would have shot you 43 times by the time you got to the ground anyway.
Because that's
it's not
what's
right.
happening today? Are we getting political? This is
Please
neighborhood
brutality.
you,
Let's
man.
talk
That's
about
not what we
police
do here.
brutality.
This
Let's
is the
talk
Roundtable
about
of Gentlemen.
it.
We leave that
Kevin
shit
is
at the door,
targeted
man.
by the police department.
It's your fucking horrible fucking
I hate everything you're saying.
colored sweater.
It's white. Sweater did bother me.
It used to be white.
That was...
Jackie's dad was an NYPD.
That was white 3 years ago.
It's not white,
yeah.
it's cream.
What am I getting yelled at for?
That's why we're not allowed to talk about any of these things in my household.
Jackie, was your father a racist cop?
Yes, her father was the most racist cop.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was. Henry
was-
makes fun of my Opa. Their father used to play Oompa Loompa German music, and they would face the speakers into the ghetto.
That's what they would do, but he
That's
didn't
kinda
beat
fun.
the shit
No,
out of
it's not,
anybody.
because the ghetto didn't want to hear Nazi music.
I know we got those bootleg Nintendo games in Chinatown.
Oh yeah, we also had cable defrazzler or whatever the fuck they called.
All that stuff,
Yeah, we
yeah.
got all that shit from the mob.
All that
paid
free
us
shit.
all off, but he didn't fuck with any. That's not what he did because he didn't want to do the paperwork, so he didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he didn't do
He
anything.
was a great cop.
He was a different
That
bad
sounds dope.
cop.
yeah. Very bad
He was
cop.
actually a bad cop.
Yeah.
Like, he
Just
literally
didn't
was
give
bad
a
at his
fuck.
job.
He was a
we'll
bad
let
cop
people
like
off.
Holden's bad at insurance.
Yeah. For those that
I
didn't
can't
know,
believe they let me work there.
Holden works
fucking
in
crazy.
insurance.
I
Holden
just
works in
thought of this. My friend texted me, this dude who he is a cop, and for some reason he texted me today, like, I want to shout out on Roundtable. This dude, we used to call him Negro Neil O'Donnell. He's a cop.
White
He
fella?
asked for, he's a white dude. He asked for a shout out on Roundtable, but his intentions can't be good.
I don't know.
Where's he from?
He's from upstate.
He's
White?
a listener?
Yeah.
Does he
Well,
call
here's
himself?
to you,
Yeah,
Negro
why are you
Neil.
surprised that there's a listener? You were like, he has
I
ears?
just never thought we had any cop listeners, to be
Why
honest
would we
with
have
you.
cop listeners?
Why wouldn't we? Or why?
Yeah, why wouldn't we?
I don't think they listen to podcasts.
He loves the show. He listens he's been listening for years.
Really?
Negro
Yeah.
Neil O'Donnell?
How many
Yeah.
cops we got out there?
Oh, is it Mick? Mick Cop?
He's a cop. It's implied.
You're allowed to say Mick Cop.
He's a Chippewa.
Yeah.
You're allowed to
He's
say
an
Mick Cop.
Thing. If you're white and you're a cop, you're Irish or Italian.
That's it.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
Polish, thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, that's a
Lieutenant
couple-
Henry Zebrowski.
Yeah.
I got a shout out to make out to Callum, named one of his Pokemon after me. Motherfucker got evolved all the way to the final level, beat the
Just called
game.
the oozy pussy
gives a
piece of
fuck?
shit.
That's what I'm saying, man.
you are 32 years old. Holden,
Wait, Holden, are you really 32 years old?
he's 32.
Not yet. December 28th, you
You're
fuck.
31?
I'm 31 and I weigh a
Man.
ton.
Thought he was like,
You bitch.
I don't know what I fucking thought.
You've got fucking
how old are you, Jack?
dead frogs in your breast.
27.
You're 27?
Yeah.
We were alone. Holden did point out a good fact about Jackie.
Wait,
What
I
was
didn't
it?
listen to
I know
it.
you
We were
weren't
having our
listening.
own
She has
conversation.
I know,
deceased
because-
frogs all up in her breast instead of milk.
Oh, yeah, she
Wish.
does.
Yeah.
I'm gonna squirt. They're gonna spit at you. I got fly juice in my breasts.
Well,
You got to get it. Yeah, that she's got 8 spittoons in her apartment.
$45 for a
breast.
six-
Whenever she
Christmas
takes her
tree.
top out, little tongues fly out.
Oh my god, I wish. That would keep me hard for days.
well, it's the only way I bathe. I love those
very
little
handy
tongues.
in the
Oh, she's
Everglades.
great. Yeah. You heard of a bidet? There's nothing like a Jackie.
Have you guys ever used a bidet?
Oh yeah, I used to get
Damn,
rock hard when
they
I would
are
go
great.
visit.
But
When
don't.
when I would visit my Oma and Opa in Germany, I was in 6th, 7th, 8th grade, even in 4th grade. I remember sitting down and rock hard. just got rock hard immediately, and I jacked off right on it.
I did the same thing at a hotel in Fort Worth, Texas.
Kevin, you ever been on one?
No, man.
You know what one is, right?
I know what it is, but I don't even. I think I
like
may have seen one once.
I'm scared of it.
A bidet is a water fountain for your butthole. It's a bubbler for your butthole.
I am way down to try it. Never been able to have one. Definitely, eventually, one of the bucket list things is to have a bidet in my house.
Really?
Along with in-house movie theater.
I want a urinal in my house.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Man, for women, they have a front bidet too.
Yes.
The front bidet is awesome. You can make it heated too. And I was at this guy's
It's
party.
gotta be heated.
Man, you heat it. Front bidet for women.
How does that? What is it? Can you describe it? I don't understand.
It
It's a person named Roy, and they hire him.
Yeah.
No, it shoots up in the front to like clean it out.
Okay.
And
it goes out. There's like a lip that kind of goes out.
It just it's just like an outer extension that like comes out. This guy had like a very intense.
Were you at a
bidet.
party or something?
Yeah, our friend is.
Did all the girls at the party have like wet fronts of their dresses?
No, they didn't. I think it was just me. I was the only one daring enough to try it.
I think it's hot.
Girlfriend was Japanese, so they had the crazy bidet, and man, it's just hot stream of water on your clit.
I feel like there should be one of those like gold, like a gold miner's plate as when you do it. To
Henry, you still listening?
Oh no, he left.
He left.
He left after the last fuck you.
Well, he didn't go anywhere. He's just dormant. Somebody probably shut off a switch.
That's not bad. Well, either way, so yeah, Jackie, you like that front bidet. The bidets are amazing. You got to use one if you can.
Another thing on my bucket list is an ice cream truck, but instead of ice cream, I dispense lubie.
Ah,
yeah,
that's nice.
Just
What
kind of
neighborhood?
go around
you
the
get?
neighborhoods,
Yeah.
any neighborhood, any class or society.
Yeah,
just go around, just like anybody. Hey, kid, need some lubie? Hey, mother of need some lubie?
And they might,
mayor of the town, get some lubie.
Yeah, you never know when someone's stuck in something. That's a good point, and it's a big market, and you're going to be really successful at that job.
I think so, because people, when you need lubie, it's random, and you just
There's been plenty of times in my life where I needed lube and there was none to be found.
Exactly, and I got the type that you can.
You guys didn't have any boogers?
Well, that was the most immature thing you've ever said, Ed.
What are you, a garbage pail kid?
Yeah.
What is happening?
Garbage pail was the greatest thing that ever happened to trading
Did you
cards.
collected them? And
I collected them until my father found them, beat the shit out of me, and threw them all away.
Remember when that was evil? Remember the one that had all the clips where they're kind of like where you close up
the character you're talking about?
Yeah, the one that had all the clips on them, like the ones that you seal up bags of potato chips.
Sure.
Right? My brother recreated that on me. This is a real story.
That's great.
I covered my entire body in those like kind of clips that you seal up.
Right.
It hurt like fuck, but after a while
sure
your
it
whole
did.
body went numb, and we literally covered my entire body.
If you're a young kid out there, before memes, before the internet, before like everything you thought was
They were
creepy and
great,
gross,
man. I
there was a
loved them.
trading card company called the Garbage Pail Kids, and they were the great before Pokemon. Before all
yeah.
the Garbage
Way
Pail
before.
Kids were the most disgusting trading cards ever, and
It'd be like a kid with like a rake in his back, or
the
something
kids
like
were
that.
dead or living in a dumpster. Everywhere you wanted to be.
Frederick Rake.
Great names like Dottie Dribble, Connie Sewer, Starchy Archie, Penny, Tanya Hyde, Hanky Panky.
It was awesome.
Hanky Panky was covered in kisses and he hated it.
He didn't love it. He was actually a molested child. As you get older, you realize how disturbing these images are.
My father loved him, man. He was like, he would buy him just to like look at it. He'd laugh and laugh. And so like, when you look back and it's just like, how are this like, you're an adult.
It's for kids.
It was the time of Mad Magazine, and it was like you just wanted gross, weird.
Kids used to get dirty shit. When we were kids.
Oh, it was
We had like
awesome.
dirty cartoons. And
There
it was
used to
fun to
candy
be great.
cigarettes, and
Remember that, Kevin? Do you remember? You're a little bit younger, but not really. But remember the page of the back of the Mad magazines where you had to fold it, and then you would see the image, and it was always like Richard Nixon on the toilet or something like like that. Do you remember the fold-a page?
I don't remember. I mean, I know Mad magazine, but I don't remember the fold-a page.
Oh, it was amazing.
Oh, you know the folded page in the back? What are you going to your senior prom this year? Or?
The folded page was phenomenal. Eddie, you remember it?
I really don't.
There was an A to a B, and you remember this, Marcus?
Of course I do. I was
the back page. You
had to fold it.
Fold it. It's called the fold it.
One thing I was
like a lot of work.
Mad Magazine fold it.
I was an OCD kid, and I always got pissed with Mad Magazine for making it ruin the magazine.
Yeah,
because I would keep them, and then all of the back pages were constantly.
No,
full.
you didn't have to do the full fold.
You had to do the fold.
You just had to
Had
kind
to
of
do the
bend it.
fold.
You didn't have to do the full fold. I didn't always do the full fold. Always.
You had Ted Bundy's picture that when he was dead on your wall.
Yes,
so
I did.
Going back now, I think I was too stupid to realize what it was.
What? We have to get
Going
Mad
back, are you
Magazine.
sure? I think we give you one right now.
I mean, I
You'd be like,
got Mad Magazine all the time, and
You never
I
did the
don't
fold
know
page?
what you're talking
They
about.
don't come out
It's the
anymore,
very-
right?
The
No.
very
Oh, yeah,
back
they come-
page had like an A to B thing,
Right.
and it would be one image, and then you would fold it together. You'd like
Each ends of it to the center.
and it would be another image. It would be like a joke upon a joke.
It was
The Mad Fold-In.
genius.
The
It
Mad
was genius.
Yeah, what political movement have politicians from both parties embraced?
Which one?
The flip-flop.
The flip-flop. That's funny stuff.
Great.
Mad Magazine was great. Either way, so this guy jumped off after he was reading the Bible, and he jumped off a...
And allegedly one person in the building had tried to grab the man, but they failed.
obviously.
Yeah.
All right.
That's not even a part of the story as far as I'm concerned.
It doesn't matter. Why would you try to grab
you
a
bring
guy?
it up if the guy did good job, but you know what? He didn't, so it shouldn't
Yeah.
make the paper.
You're just, a couple finger movements away from pushing him if you try to grab him.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter. I'm happy the guy's dead. He seems like a lunatic. And obviously, everyone that was chanting him to jump was happy that he was dead, too.
Yep.
And a hell of a show.
Johannesburg's a big town, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so everyone must have known they were, that he was a fucking asshole.
What do you know about South Africa, Eddie?
I mean, I love Johannesburg.
How? Why?
I mean, it's the capital of South Africa, so you know it's got to be big. Right? How many people live in Johannesburg?
How many people there?
Can we just do a whole new podcast?
957,000.
957,000.
Can we do a whole
That's
new
a lot of
podcast?
fucking people,
Can
man.
we do a whole new podcast called
Seal
So What
Island?
Do You Know, Ed?
I know. Surprisingly, a little bit.
Surprisingly, a little bit.
It's shocking.
God, man, your poor SAT tutor.
Oh my God, I drove them nuts.
You had one?
I took the SATs. I got 1,000. They hired a tutor. I got a 940.
Don't you get like a 900 for just like sitting down and being able to hold a pen?
1,000's mediocre.
Yeah, no, that's solid. There's a lot of people that got under 1,000.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
1,000's fine.
What was I? 1240, I think. was
Something
mine.
like that.
Kevin,
I bet.
you?
I got a 1,200.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
I
I
took
didn't
the
study,
ACTs. So.
Yeah, so did I. What'd you get?
Not great.
I've heard of that score. Not great.
Yeah.
Where they just literally just sit right. Not great on the.
Well, my
It's a
ACTs.
high F.
I was in the throes of alcoholism when I was 17 because I started drinking at 12. And I would drink.
So did I. But you know what? What was your score?
Well, I'm giving some backstory.
I'm guessing 22.
So, well, you're very kind.
I'll tell you what. The highest score is 36.
I know what the high score is. Yeah. But what happened was, okay, so I was drinking heavily the evening before the ACTs, and I called my friend Pete around 4 a.m. and I was crying because I was like, you're a dickhead. We're not friends. I ended up falling asleep at like 6 a.m. And so I woke up at 9 a.m. My father drove me, reeked of liquor. I reeked of liquor my entire life.
You're a dickhead. We're not friends.
Yeah, whatever. And so I had my dad stop by the bakery before the ACT test where I bought 3 chocolate eclairs. And I love a chocolate eclair because they're full of custard.
Is it eclair?
And whatever they are. It doesn't
He's a
matter.
Midwest.
Yeah, it's an eclair.
Eclair. And so I showed up to my test and I had slammed down 2 of them and then I had my third one in my pocket and I started eating the third one. As I took the test, I got chocolate stains all over it. Long story short, I got a 36.
No, you didn't.
19. I got a 19. But I got a 26 in reading, and I got a 26 in comprehension, and I got a 13 and 11 in math and science.
So what'd you get?
That's what left me with.
Well, I got a good night's sleep the night beforehand.
Okay.
I want to say I was drunk. I was violently
I did
drunk.
acid the night before one of the times. I don't remember which one it was.
The second one, I'd imagine.
The teacher almost did not accept my exam. I want to say that.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it covered in
chocolate? She didn't think the scanner was going to go through. And some of it, I did do the tit thing. I was not taking this seriously.
What did you get, Marcus?
29.
Oh, that's a great score.
Yeah, I got a 35 on the reading.
Jackie, SATs.
Well, look at you now.
Yeah. Doing great.
Well, I know, but we're in the same room is what I'm
Well,
saying.
at the time it was 1600, and I got a 1520.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
Keith Whitener got a.
Look at me now. Look at me.
Keith Whitener got a 15, I think 80.
For those that don't know,
almost got a perfect.
For those that don't know, Keith Whitener, he was on Jeopardy.
He won hundreds of thousands of dollars.
He made it to the tournament of champions.
Right? He is a theoretical physicist working for the government making super shields.
And what did he get?
Are you allowed to say that?
You might want to bleep out the super shield part.
I think it's fine. I think it's fine. What did he get?
We're live, Holden.
Oh no!
You fucked him, and now he and his beautiful wife
Kim Jong-un's listening?
I hope he is. What did he get on his SATs?
I think a 1580, maybe a 1560, but honestly, for Jackie to get a 1520, outrageous.
That is outrageous.
It's crazy that you got that high of a score.
Yes.
I was at 12. I think I ended up with a 1260 after taking it twice and, whatever. But yeah.
You're very smart, Jackie.
That's insane.
I used to be a meteorology major.
What happened?
I fucking started drinking and joined Murder Fist.
Could you imagine Jackie as your weather woman once a week?
And now I don't work for
cloudy.
NASA. I'm not a doctor. I'm fucking Jackie Zebrowski, the comedian, the second tier to Henry Zebrowski.
You're not second tier to Henry. Everyone's equal with everybody.
Someone said in the chat that you're a secret genius.
I don't.
How is she a secret genius? She's a obvious genius.
Yeah, right. It's the tits. It's the $45 Christmas tree, right?
Yeah,
that's right.
Are people hoeing?
No one's hoeing.
No one's hoeing.
Give me a hoe.
Not right now. Well, there's like a 20-second delay, so here in about 20 seconds, we'll probably get a hoe.
Maybe get a hoe.
I hope so.
Fuck you.
All right, Marcus. Let's
you
move.
get booed for Christmas.
Yeah, boo Holden and everything that Holden stands for and his lumps.
We got two hoes.
Frogs in her breasts.
All right, Marcus,
I
another
wish I
news
had the
story.
frogs in my breasts. I turn them into candle holders.
Out of Australia, a former faith healer who used his so-called special powers to sexually assault a vulnerable woman has been sentenced 20 years after he committed the devious and depraved crimes. Omar Sharif, now 67, told the woman in 1994 she had the devil in her body that had to be removed in a very strange way at his furniture factory. Judge Jane Patrick heard Sharif had the power and warned the woman, 30, she would die unless he removed devils from her vagina. He told her he had seen her destiny and that, quote, "Oh yeah, you got a big problem."
All right.
Man, everyone found out about this at a dinner party when she was just being all matter of fact. It's just like, oh yeah, I had the devils in my body once. No, a priest took him out. Yeah, no, he reached up in my pussy and then he took out all the devils. Yeah, you got raped.
That's what priests do to
This
little
is
boys,
the thing.
right?
Marcus and I were discussing this story before. It's about sexual assault, which is a very serious issue. But this man was charged about a decade after the event, and the woman believed him when he said she had devils in her vagina.
Decade, it seems like.
And it seems like he actually believed that she might have had devils in her vagina. Mm-hmm. So he got sentenced to 20 years. So the question is, if a chick is dumb enough to get finger banged because she believes that the guy who just told her that devils are in her vagina are actually in her vagina, and he also believes that the devils are in her vagina, should the guy go to jail for 20 years?
Man, I would love it if I was in that situation. I would lie, say, yeah, I got devils in my vagina. It's not cheating. It's not cheating cheating because I have to get the devils out of my vagina. And then a priest just womp, womp, womp. I'm smiling. He's smiling.
He wasn't a priest, though.
Yeah,
He
who
was not
gives
a priest.
fuck?
He was a shaman type.
He's a shaman. It's the same diff.
It is.
Medicine doctor?
Sure. You ever see Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman?
This is
She helped.
episode 7. She finger banged a bunch of people.
Well, Judge Patrick, who had read the sentencing remarks of that judge, said those trusting women had come to him like his first victim had, in distress and with marital or premarital issues, believing Sheriff had special powers. That judge, she said, had described Sheriff's claims of magic and religious rituals as, quote, humbug and nonsense. Judge Patrick told him on Wednesday that this is precisely the devious and depraved behavior you engaged in on the victim in this matter. She said he had taken advantage of the trust the vulnerable woman had placed in him who came to you for help.
I
Stop finger
agree.
bang. No more demons.
He is a fucking horrible human being, though, at the same time.
It's a shaman. You know,
Yeah.
they're all kind of shitty. I feel like most of them are lying, but the ones
How many
that are
shamans
not
have you
lying,
met?
I mean, we went to church at an interfaith store, you know, in the back of a 12-step store. So
Oh, okay.
I met my fair
You
share.
say a 12-step store?
Yes.
How does that work?
It was a woman that referred to herself as a priestess and this guy named Eric, and they run a 12-step store that in the back held 12-step meetings for all different kinds of
What do they sell at the store?
self-help books and incense and like trinkets to hold on
I
to
hate this.
and shit like that. And in the back,
Beer
there was an
and
interfaith
weed,
ministry.
heroin.
It's so
I'm not
aggravating.
saying I believe in it. I'm saying it's what I was raised in.
Yeah.
But
It's
a few
like-
of them believe themselves to be, you know, medicinal shamans.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you know, you're not spending money on booze anymore. Give some to us.
I mean, that's pretty much what it fucking was. It's like, oh.
Well, in his opening, prosecutor Bill Stugianos said a friend of the woman, whose husband had left her with 5 children, told her Sheriff was a, quote, magic person, and that in their community's culture, those with problems who consulted clairvoyants kept it secret. Mr. Stugianos said that Sheriff first assaulted the woman. He advised her next time to bring a bottle of Coca-Cola, eggs, and a lamb stomach.
I agree with the lamb stomach.
Yeah.
It honestly sounds like Henry Zebrowski's shopping list. That's perfect.
He then said if she gave him $500, he could find gold jewelry her husband had taken, and told her
pussy.
Always.
told her because he had the power, the police could not touch him. And when Sheriff later led the woman upstairs, a door he could not open did open when he, quote, blew on the handle before he again sexually assaulted her.
I mean, Jackie, you just turn around and walk away when the guy's like, can't get it open. Maybe I'll blow on it and see if it does.
I feel like if can't get it open, I would try it myself. He blows on it, it does open, that's when I leave. That's
Sure.
the creepy part of it.
Right.
Not the finger banging.
I mean,
I'll get finger banged by anybody.
I just really, you know.
Just fingers. It's
yeah,
not
it's just
cheating.
fingers.
It would be technically cheating.
Yeah,
I think.
technically cheating.
Well, depends. I guess depends how big the fingers are. But.
Yeah.
That is true. If they're stout and fat like a sausage,
It's cheating.
then it's cheating.
Yeah.
What about a hook hand?
Also fine, as long as they don't bleed too much.
Right.
But it's the long
You have to
piano
borrow
fingers.
the hook hand. That's how it's
Yeah.
not cheating. If you borrow it, you take it home and beat off with
That's
it.
the thing.
And then,
Beating off with a hook hand. That's
Naughty,
rough.
naughty
Yeah,
Peter
yeah.
Pan.
It's time for a segment from Holden McNeely.
Ho, ho, ho! Marcus accidentally fucked Santa to death. And now one of us needs to be Santa Claus for the Christmas Eve night. What are you going to do on your night, you fucker?
I don't understand what it is.
Yeah, I don't really get.
What's your plan of attack?
How
To be
so you're
Santa
saying we are
Claus?
Santa Claus?
You have to be Santa Claus.
How
How
you have
gonna
to give gifts to kids?
Yeah, what you gonna do? You can do whatever you want. Myself personally, I'm gonna play PlayStation 4. Someone's getting it, so I'm gonna take it and go home with it and play
And
all
just
my.
leave all the rest of them
Why
out.
wouldn't all of us choose that answer?
What's fun
Fuck
is
PlayStation
How did the
4.
Santa
well, not
Claus thing
PlayStation 4,
start?
just not do it.
I mean, no one's going to do it.
what's fun is I'll also mommy kissing Santa under the Christmas tree, always my fantasy. So,
Is that
I'm
your
fucking
fantasy?
toe bang a bunch of fucking mommies under the Christmas tree.
So you're not saying that you would dress up as Santa and trick your own mother into kissing you beneath the mistletoe?
Oh, for sure that, because it's been years since I've gotten some of her fluff stuff and gotten her fucking Goon Biscuit.
It's just ended.
Goon. The
gotten
name,
her
I just want
fucking-
to.
Like,
So
at all.
what you describe as your mother's vagina is a goon biscuit.
Yeah.
It's a goon biscuit.
Some of her fucking British cinnamon. So I'm gonna fucking slip down on her, and now I'm gonna get some other mothers from a different fucking mother.
Eat on
you
their
know?
goon biscuits. Yeah.
It's gonna be great. And
Do you
then find
fantasize about your aunts as well? Your mother's sisters?
My mother has only a brother.
Oh, okay.
And I have thought about cutting his cock off and fucking on in it.
And having sex with his newly formed.
But that's
goon
not even
biscuit.
right because it's just still a dude. So I can never finish when I'm thinking about that.
What about your dad? Does he have any sisters?
All right,
just-
I don't want it. No, we should be done with it.
What about your dad? Does he have any?
He does have some sisters, but my dad is like, just get him drunk, make him go to sleep.
Yeah.
And the same thing with his whole fucking family.
Yeah, it looks like Holden.
Yeah. He doesn't have her tits.
So Holden wants to eat his mother's goon.
So I'm going to
biscuit.
eat a bunch of moms and then get a PlayStation 4 and go to fucking my place and fucking rip it open. Alone as fuck.
That's nice.
Right?
All right. That's an idea. It is an idea, technically.
It is an idea.
Yeah.
Kevin, what are you doing, Santa Claus?
Well, it's simple, man. It's justice. Okay.
All right.
It's justice. Come up. Okay. If you're Santa Claus, you got to travel to every house in the world, right? Deliver all these presents.
Yeah.
How do you do that? Theoretically, you have control of time.
Theoretically,
Stop it, speed it up, slow it down, turn it back.
And of space as well.
Yeah. So, me being Santa Claus for the night, I had a goal in high school, right? When I was on the track team, and that goal was I was going to take an unflushed dookie in every toilet at the high schools, all the high schools in Palm Beach County. So, what I would do was set the clock back about 13 years, get back in those high schools, take dumps at all the high schools in Palm Beach County, leave them, fuck Christmas. I'm back.
Wow. Dumps in high school.
Fantastic.
God, that can't be beat.
Kissel,
That's
what
great.
is your fucking brilliant stratagem?
Is it for a new sweater?
No, I love this sweater. It fits me.
It's too ivory beige.
I don't know what it is. I haven't washed it in 10 years. But it's nice.
Used to be blue.
Yeah, people really seem to enjoy it. Or they always compliment it. But by compliments, I mean they always make fun of it. Let's see. If I was Santa Claus, I would give kids guns. No, that's
Okay.
not good.
No, yeah, we
Shoot
got to
each
go with
other.
that now. You said
Yeah,
it.
so you give kids a bunch of guns.
And then what?
Everyone always complains about the younger generation, so maybe you just give all the kids guns and then you just have them shoot each other and then we're the only ones left? I don't know.
And then you don't have to have Christmases anymore. Santa can take the time
And then I can
off.
listen to the radio and Katy Perry won't be playing because her demographic has been murdered. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe if I was Santa Claus,
If you
I
were
would
Santa Claus, you would kill all the children.
Kill all the children.
well, then I'd have a lot less work to do the next year.
Okay.
Maybe.
No, that's
There'd
fine.
be a lot of new children, I bet.
Yeah. Well, you can always
Those
have
are
a
just
new
babies. They're easy. You can
Yeah, they don't know.
stomp them out.
Gotta go to Moe's. Gotta go to Moe's. Yeah, I buy all my gifts at Modell's. I love Modell's. It's one of the better sporting stores around.
So, Ben, just so you know, there are 74.2 million children in America alone.
That's great. Yeah. So that'll be a heavy death toll.
Okay.
Yeah. So get them to fight them.
The ultimate serial killer, Santa
Ben.
Claus.
Holocaust.
Yeah.
Jackie.
Jackie,
Whoa,
Jackie,
whoa,
what is
whoa,
your
whoa,
fucking
take
suggestion?
it easy. This
Now
is more
mine's
about
like
Modell's.
a polite mistress after all that, by the way. Just
Guns
licking
and
some
socks
moms.
and
Oh yeah,
random
mine's getting even
basketballs.
more. I got more levity in my corner. I'm using it as a fucking joyride. I'm gonna take the sleigh. I'm gonna go to every bar I've ever wanted to go in the entire fucking world, and I'm just gonna get drunk. And in my head, the sleigh is modeled after the The Santa Claus, starring Tim Allen, where there's also hot chocolate given and cookies, and I can play whatever music I want to play. So I'm just going to use it as a joyride that the reindeer take me from place to fucking place, and then I'm going to meet a bunch of people and put them in the sleigh. We're going to go all around the world, and we're going to fuck in the sleigh. We're going to eat cookies, be covered in fucking chocolate, and just be wasted.
Damn.
And we're going to show up. We're just going to like land on the roofs of bars, go in and be like, we have a sleigh upstairs, and have everyone come up. Everyone be excited. We'll be drinking for free all night. I'm just going to have a great time. Then I'm going to leave the sleigh in fucking Siberia.
Who cares? Well, you can't drive it drunk. The thing is, the reindeer are no longer relevant.
The reindeer drive the sleigh.
No, but the I'm saying new Santa Claus, no reindeer.
What do you mean?
That's true. There's a new Santa Claus out there. There's no reindeer with the new Santa Claus markings. You can Google it.
What are you talking about?
There is a new movement to get the reindeer out of the Santa Claus tradition.
Why?
Because it's animal abuse.
Is this PETA?
Oh my God!
These are special fucking deer. They're special.
God, I read a story about it.
They're magically spirited to guide Santa.
I read a story about it.
I think you dreamed this.
I didn't dream it.
It's not on the internet.
Sounds like bullshit.
It is on the internet. The reindeers are out of the Christmas equation, and Santa
Have you seen Santa Claus 2?
Yeah, I saw all of them.
The second one's pretty good too.
Reindeer aren't even real, right?
What I'm saying it. Well, yeah, reindeer are real.
They are? Where are they from?
Up.
Yeah, up.
Just up, man.
Yeah.
Canada?
Man. Yeah.
I hear they're
People eat reindeer.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I know normal deer.
Eskimos.
Yeah,
What are they called? Not
Eskimos.
Orientals. No, they're not called Eskimos anymore.
Ed, you look the most like you could be Santa.
Marcus, am I right?
Marcus, what are they called?
What
About the reindeer?
about him? What about him?
They're no longer allowed to be with
No,
Santa Claus?
I can see something about PETA complaining about 2 years ago about it.
Yeah, that's what I read.
By the way, reindeer is just another word for caribou.
Oh, okay. I like caribou.
Cute.
No idea.
Yeah.
Caribou's cool.
Would have been fun if there were kangaroos and you just kind of hopped everywhere.
All right.
What do you call an Eskimo, Marcus?
Inuit.
Or an Eskimo. Eskimo's not
You
offensive.
can't say Eskimo anymore. It's Inuit.
Yeah,
What?
It's Inuit.
No, I
Really?
think you can
Yeah.
say
I
Eskimo.
think Inuit
still.
sounds worse.
No. Eskimo. That
Sounds
was
like idiot.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
true.
It's
Inuit.
Yeah,
It comes
yeah,
from
it's
like a moron rapist.
Yeah. Well, that's how'd you get think
like
about that
innuendo, like sexual innuendo.
Yeah.
stuff? Man, they're gonna shut us down. If I was Santa Claus, I guess first of all,
March about that shit, Ed.
no rich kids get presents.
Okay.
First
Well,
of
they
all,
don't need 'em.
fuck rich kids. They get no presents.
Well-
they get dukes. They get pieces of shit.
Ooh, duking out, man.
Duking them for all
Duke
of
'em
them.
up.
Yeah, all right. All the rich kids are getting dukes. Boca Raton, dookies. All across. Man, I hated those fucking kids' presents.
I'm sure.
Oh my God, so aggravating. I got decent presents. These kids got great presents. Fuck these fucking kids. They're getting dookie. All right. Reindeer, keep them. Sled, put a top on it.
It's just a car, essentially, at
It
this
doesn't
point.
make sense. It's probably getting snowed all the time.
It's ridiculous. You're turning around the whole fucking world. You know, it's a convertible. It's Christmas. You know, you use it in the summer. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't think Santa Claus gets cold.
I mean, well, he lives in. I don't know. I'll put a top on it.
No, Tim Allen, Santa
Ed-
Claus.
Yeah, Ed's gonna get cold.
Yeah, stoned. I do it stoned.
Got to.
Yeah, I'd be really stoned, and the whole time just have a vape going in the fucking sled.
Yeah, bro.
This kid sees just like, oh yeah, this fucking toy is cool, man. Yeah, rock and roll.
You gonna
and
hook
then
some
the poor
people up
kid
with
comes
some
up to
shit?
me, he's like, oh yeah, your life sucks tonight.
You
And
can't
I get
laugh
back
at them.
in the
You're
sled.
Santa.
Oh, it did. So Santa does. He laughs.
Not with, not at.
At poor kid, at rich kids, yes.
Oh, at rich kids.
Yeah,
okay.
poor kids, they get whatever they want.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever they want. And then, you know, I'm not going to go to China.
Yeah, I already
You're
knew that.
not
That's what I
going
was
to
thinking,
China?
No, well, there's no Santa in China.
There's a Santa in
No,
China.
there's Buddha.
No.
They have something else. It's different. So, you
No,
know,
I'm
you get
sure
that.
there's-
I mean, there's a couple guys you got to hit, but, you know, they're fine.
Yeah.
Hey, like, you know, and they're probably assholes to everyone else around them. Just like, well, you believe in Santa Claus?
Remember
That's
Feed the
ridiculous.
World?
And and I think that's about it. I wouldn't change too much, and I would take a year off here and there, make gifts more valuable, make Christmases more important.
Okay.
Like the Olympics, every 4 years.
So you'd be the closest to actually being Santa.
I think
He's
so.
the only one that has been Santa so far.
I was Santa.
All the rest of you are just acting like psychopaths.
You only got to work one night a year. It's one night a year you got to work. That's it.
But I'm
So
making
the rest of the year you got to
No,
off.
there's a bunch of different. We got to make the presents,
make the
create the
presents.
game.
You don't do none of that.
Yeah, the elves do all
Elves
that.
do all that
but
shit.
the head of it.
Well, no, you
Head
actually
elf.
don't. You just get a head elf and
All
then just
you
have
do
him
is
do everything.
beat some caribou once a
Don't
year
beat
and you
them.
throw some shit down.
All right.
So what are we doing, Marcus?
Ed wins by default. He's the only one who was Santa Claus.
That's a
I
fuck.
brought Christmas to drunks.
I was
and
giving
drunks
guns to
don't usually
kids.
have
That's-
Christmas.
It was justice, dude.
Yeah, justice, guns for kids. Holden's was a terrible idea.
Wait, yours wasn't justice?
Justice.
You're just taking dumps in high school.
And you call that not justice? It's justice.
By the way, you would have to slow time down for a good 2 months in order to produce that many dukes.
No, not
No,
even
he's
like
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus, dude. That's the first thing. Second of all, have a little faith, dude. Believe in me.
I agree.
Leave.
You know what? I'm gonna throw this onto mine. I would only give presents to Jewish kids, so everybody be confused as fuck.
Oh, that's a
You
great idea.
can't add it though. It's all done. The game's done. Eddie
Ed
won
wins.
because he's fat, looks like Santa, and you are the best Santa Claus, Eddie.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that's been the Roundtable of Gentlemen. That's Eddie and Holden and Kevin and Jackie, and I'm Ben. That's Marcus. And let's see. Twitter, follow us on that.
I haven't done that in a while.
You got to start tweeting.
I
Eddie,
know,
you're
I
doing
gotta
well
get
on
back.
Twitter.
Trying. I don't know what I'm
At
doing.
Murderfist42069.
I'm at Ben
we
Kissel.
gotta change it now?
It's a Fat Boy Barnett, and that's at Marcus Parks.
It's Christmas after all. Freedom. Well,
Come
got
to the
pissed.
Murder Fist Christmas show.
on the 20th.
12:20 at 11 p.m. this Saturday.
Yeah.
At the Pit. That'll be a lot of fun.
Henry gonna be there.
Henry's coming back.
Do they know it's Christmas is the most offensive song that's ever been
so
made?
awful. I can't
Because
believe they
a lot
made
of
it.
those people aren't Christian,
I
and
don't
they
know what
don't
you're
give a
talking
flying. It's Gelfin.
You know, Feed the World.
No.
It was
Oh,
when they
it's the
got
worst.
together to raise money for awareness of like African kids for Christmas, and they're like,
We
"Oh,
all
do you
know, we
it's
know."
Christmas after all."
Well, this is why we know. It was 1984. Bob Geldof put it together.
Geldof is such
I
a
do
piece
know
of
this.
shit.
Heal the world.
Everyone knows the song.
Right?
Fuck Bob Geldof. He just asked everyone to delete and re-download the special so people could buy it twice.
Oh, he doesn't have the balls to make a new one?
He's a
Geldo?
bitch.
He did make a
sucks.
new one.
He
Oh, he did?
sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing. He asked people to delete it and re-download it so they could get double the money. And none of that money went to help any poor
Who'd he
kids.
book? Who'd he get?
Oh, who gives a shit? Bono
Well, in the
and
first
Bono's
one,
butthole.
yeah, it was like Phil Collins.
That's good.
Let's see here.
Sting.
Simon Le Bon from Duran Duran.
All right.
I mean,
Bono. James Taylor.
Man, Bono's a mess.
Everyone loves James.
yeah,
Taylor.
Bono's about to die.
He's not going to die. He's just never going to be cool again, which is fine with me.
Two people
was he
from
cool?
Bananarama.
Oh, Bananarama's great.
Yeah, all of Cool in the Gang.
Oh, wow.
Cool in the gang. They're-
Sting.
Get down on it.
Boy George. Paul McCartney.
Boy George is still alive?
This was in '84, but yes, he is.
Oh, isn't that something?
And,
Also-
and David Bowie.
Oh, all right. Well, you got Bowie and Boz Skaggs, too, I thought I saw there.
You see Boz?
No, I didn't. I thought I just can't read from this far away.
No,
So
no,
that's
Boz.
his-
You just wanted to see
That's
Boz
his reading
Yeah.
disability. He just reads Boz Skaggs
Yeah,
every
yeah,
other word.
no,
He's not
Boz
Skaggs,
dyslexic
Boz.
or
I
anything.
hate this book. It sounds like Boz Skaggs.
Yeah.
Also, tomorrow night at 10 p.m., if you guys want to listen in, we're going to do Brighter Side Live, and I'm going to play some funk afterwards.
Or on Monday night at
Monday.
yeah.
Yeah, Monday
I'm
night.
not
Oh,
gonna
that's
get
because
it.
they're going to get it
Tonight,
tomorrow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or some people are getting it.
So Monday night at 10 p.m., we're going to do Brighter Side Live, and then I'm going to play some funk and, get drunk and hang out. And
I gotta go pee.
goodbye, everybody.
All right, everyone. We'll talk to you soon.